So this is the behind the scenes that you don't get to see. At least when you're filming with a up like me, we never write anything else. So it's just, we're here, we gotta do a video. How are we gonna start this? I don't know. Do something funny.
And
You, funny guy, do funny stuff.
Editing, PS. You ain't gotta worry about it. He's gotta worry about it.
He
Just
loves
add
it.
another hour or two to the video.
Is that recording?
Yeah, I can start it over for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here I got you.
That's the one.
Hey there, YouTube. My name's Brandon from the AKGuy, and I'm here with Josh Wiley doing a little bit of a Q&A. I actually haven't seen these questions yet.
Yeah, so it's about to get real.
Yeah, he had offered to show them to me ahead of time, but I said, no, let's just shotgun it. We'll do it live.
And some of these did come from social media, so I didn't have to do all these questions.
And now I am kind of scared. Yeah.
All right. Name a gun that you would love to have but have never owned.
A gun I would love to have but have never owned. Oh, there's a lot of them. So
name one, the best one. If you
mm.
had to pick one.
My Kraut blood absolutely says an MG42. Just does something for me. One day I will own one, but it's going to be many moons from now.
This one was from Facebook, I think, or Instagram. How long does it take to get your hair right in the morning?
It annoys any girl that I've ever spent any time around, but none at all. It takes me like 30 seconds.
I wasn't ready for that answer. That was
Very low maintenance.
That's pretty shocking.
If it was any more than that, I would cut it off. I would have a buzz cut in a heartbeat.
All right. AR or AK? I came up with this question. I wanted to know the answer. I wasn't sure.
So I'm a lot more Switzerland on that topic than most people assume. I like both. You know, I think the AR-15 wins in terms of ergonomics and things like that. Selector, trigger interchangeability. There's a lot of benefits of the AR-15, but of course, my heart belongs to the Kalashnikov.
AKGuy. Yeah. So if you had to pick one.
Just because my muscle memory is trained on at the AK all day long.
What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Ooh, that's a good one.
Just one.
I'm a big Scorsese fan, so probably Wolf of Wall Street. I like that movie a lot.
Who is Scorsese?
Martin Scorsese is the director who did Wolf of Wall Street, Goodfellas.
Never saw it.
Oh, some great movies, man.
Everybody says it's awesome, but no,
great movies. Yeah,
but we got Wolf of Wall Street with Leo DiCaprio. Okay, yeah, I love that movie.
I'll get you hooked up with some
I have
VHS
to watch
tapes.
One, I can't watch it with my wife, but
I wonder why.
Yeah,
I
got like an hour into that movie, and I was like,
no. Somebody told me a story where they thought it was a different movie, and they walked in with like their little sister and stuff like that.
Oh god, yeah.
It was like identical theaters, and it had Leo in it or something like that. Like, oof.
There's a lot of nudity in there.
In like the first 3 minutes, like, okay, that's hard to explain.
Alright, next question. Alright. Oh, this is movie related to, and there's only one right answer, and most people know the correct answer.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, yes or no? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Okay. No. We were about to end the interview.
I wouldn't blame you.
I take offense when somebody doesn't think that's Christmas weird.
It's one of those, like, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a Thanksgiving movie. You know, it's just...
I've never seen that movie either.
Oh, man. What do you do on Turkey
We're going to have
Day?
to get together just to watch some movies.
Oh, yeah, dude, we're going to have like a VHS sleepover and just...
Do you have a VHS?
No, I don't. But
I do, so we can still...
Well, there you go. Woo!
Alright. Where's my next one? Alright, here we go. This one also came from social media.
Okay.
Is there any good American-made AKs?
So I want to make a clear distinction on this one. When you say American-made, I say no. But I'm talking about a fully American-made AK. Not American-built, meaning like foreign parts imported and built here. I mean fully American-made. Every single piece was made here in the U.S. Because a lot of people use cast trunnions, cast bolts, improperly done rivets. Pretty much all of the mass manufacturers here in the States do that. But there are a lot of small mom-and-pop shops and things like that that do the actual building portion of that right, and I would hope to include myself among them.
Alright.
To be determined.
Alright, now we're getting into the AKG-47 questions.
Okay, so this is where it turns into total hippies, right? Hatchet job.
Alright.
Hack interviewer.
What makes the AKG-47 better than another AK of the same or lesser value?
Sure. Same or lesser value. You talking like monetary wise? Like at price point or?
In, I guess, all aspects.
Okay. Well, something that
If you were trying
Something
to
just
sell
levels
that to somebody over and over.
Sure. Well, something that we've been pretty insistent on in the AKG-47 is that we built on a lot of different kits trying to find the right formula. We built on Polish kits, Hungarian kits, surplus kits, and we settled on brand new Romanian military parts kits. These are grade 1 parts kits, great kits, great barrels, cold hammer forged, built right here in the US with all the proper build techniques, all the bells and whistles, on high quality, US made receiver and everything like that. And just the QC and the attention to detail. I do the quality control on every single rifle that leaves the shop, so you know who to yell at. Something's messed up. I test fire every gun that leaves the shop, which is, the owner of a company test firing and QCing every gun is a little insane. And I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep doing that, depending on how crazy orders get,
Right.
but as long as possible. And straight from the factory, it's Cerakoted, and it's built right, and it's one of those things where you have a guarantee with every gun that it is built to the AKGuy standard. Was that enough of a sales pitch for you?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
I'd get one.
I'm
Just so you all know.
finally rehearsed enough to handle that one. Just
He practices in front of the mirror quite a bit.
every night.
Alright. Oh, here's one. What started the AKGuy?
So that's actually a really, really funny story. I'll make it short. So all of this started because I had taken, I'd gotten some videos of me shooting some full auto AKs, and I just thought they were cool, and I was going to post them on the forums. And so I had to create a YouTube channel to do that. And I was sitting in an environmental science course at Campbell University, bored out of my wits. And so I was sitting there under the desk, creating a YouTube channel, like, what do I call this? Like, well, all my friends just call me the AK guy. If, like, you got an AK question, I don't know, ask the AK guy. Like, literally just the guy who likes AK. That's the AK guy. So I'm like, okay, the AK guy. And then it turned into something totally crazy. I never would have expected a company or anything to follow, but I'm going to ride it till it stops.
So, where did you go to college for?
I was actually going on a pre-law track. I was destined to be a law student.
Really?
And I just woke up one morning, as after we started with the 50 and everything, and I realized, if I keep going through with this, I'm probably going to kill myself. So I dropped out of college, started doing this full time, and I'll tell you what, I've never looked back.
Really?
I wake up in the morning and look forward to the work I got to do every day. So.
Okay. What started the AK-50? Because this was further down the road than the whole AK guy.
Yeah, just by a little bit though. I didn't announce the 50 until a little later on. It started as just a rough idea, like, hey, nobody's done that before. Is really where it started. Like, why has nobody made a 50 caliber AK? And then one thing led to another, and I started shopping the idea around, saying like, hey, do you think it's possible? Literally just talking about a one-off, like for me to build in a garage. And I just kept bringing the idea to people, like, what if we did it this way, and I just kept getting the same answers, like, it's crazy, it's not possible, it's never going to happen. And I've just got one of those crazy type A personalities where, like, if you tell me something's impossible and I can't do it, I just want to do the shit out of it. And so I was just going to build one just to prove it could be done. And then I started getting serious, more into business and things like that, and realizing, okay, well, this is going to cost a lot of money. This might actually be a viable product. So it started with the idea first, and then the marketing and everything came after that. So my heart was in it from the onset, but we just turned it into something a little bit more practical.
And how long has it been? How long has the AK-50 been going on?
From the minute I first had the idea to right now. So, and I got to say, I wasn't working full time on it all the time. It started as an idea and died for like 6 months, and then I brought it back and then whatever. But it's been chugging along pretty consistently since 2016. But the idea was like late 2014. Okay. So, Jesus, man, that's 4 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
4 years since I had the idea. That's insane.
What are the expectations for the AK when it's all done?
In what regard?
I don't know. What do you see coming from it? Like when you finally get it
Hopefully
done.
a Lamborghini. What I'd like to see is just a viable option on the market for somebody who wants a semi-auto 50 cal. You know, they want to go blow up pumpkins with their friends like any good American, and they don't have the budget for a $12,000 rifle.
Right.
You know, because we're trying to come in at the $49.99 price point, just right at $5,000 or below, which is crazy for a semi-auto 50 cal. So
I don't think there's anything even close to that.
No, we're coming in at almost half price. I think maybe like 60% lower than the nearest competitor. And that's something that was a surprise to us, but there's just so many ways that we can kind of not cheap out, but like just cut costs, because it's such a simple gun. It's really, we kept a lot of it AK. Still has an AK fire control group. We're using pre-existing magazines, and just so much of the stuff is, we didn't have to reinvent the wheel. So I'm hoping that it's going to turn out as something that's above all practical, which I never thought I would ever say about a 50 cal AK. So funny how that comes around.
Okay, this was another question submitted on social media.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's it's AK-50, right?
Oh, okay.
All right. What kind of testing will the AK-50 be put through, and will anybody be able to see it like a torture test?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been remarkably transparent, I think, in all of the development of the AK-50 and everything. Because normally a company, they don't even announce something until they're done and ready for market. Yeah. That's something that, whether it's an advantage or not, I don't know, but I announced it way too early. And people kept asking about, where's the 50, where's the 50? So we started doing these update videos where every month or so, we'll show you where it's at in the development. We'll show you what we've changed, what the new CAD models look like and everything, down to the testing. Because we showed the first ever test fire, the first cycling test fires, all the issues we've had along the way, and we're just totally open about it. So that when it finally hits the market, you'll know that we've gone through all the kinks and worked out just about everything we need to make sure we've got a pretty good functioning gun. So I'm sure when it comes time for durability testing and torture testing, I mean, I'd be happy to film all of that.
All right. And possibly you might see some of it on this one.
But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we love having you out. I have annihilated its coat.
I'm surprised it's not a monster.
It was in the car. I'm worried about
Always got a monster.
I'm worried about my caffeine intake now, believe it or not, so I've had to switch over to the Coke Zero so I don't blow up my heart.
Just caffeination and poison. Right. Okay, another AK-50 question.
Sure.
After the AK-50 is done, what's next for you? Like once you finally get it done and it's ready to move on, whatever's going to go on there, what's next for like the
I will
AK?
watch the sun rise over a great new universe. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm a nerd, so I couldn't pass up the Thanos quote.
I was getting ready to say, I'm not a nerd, but I know that. I love it.
So, I don't know. I think I'm never going to touch another 50 cal as long as I live.
That was another question.
I'm sure it was.
Gosh.
I'm sure
we'll
it was.
get to it in a second. Just don't elaborate on that anymore.
Okay. All right.
Just skip over it.
Skip over that.
Yeah.
So,
come back to it.
Okay. So just as
Just
far as
skip
what's next.
over that part. Yeah.
What long term, I have learned a lot, and I'm super humbled by everything that we've done on the 50 cal project, and I just want to continue to give that opportunity to other people. So more than anything, I want to be kind of promoting other young people who have ideas and stuff like that, because I think, young guntrepreneurs or whatever are the kind of people that are going to come up with a lot of cool ideas in the future, because they haven't been battered down by the real world enough. Yep. They still have bright-eyed. They have all these ideas before somebody slapped them into a corporate job and said, forget your imagination. So I think I definitely want to continue to inspire those people and give them the tools necessary to actually build some of these ideas. That's kind of the long term.
All right. Here's the question that I asked. All right. If you could go back, and I think we've already talked about that. I think I know the question.
This is already starting out rough.
If you could go back, would you still start the whole AK-50 project, knowing what you know?
I would have way different expectations, because when I started, I knew nothing about metallurgy, I knew nothing about machining, about engineering and everything. I literally had to go back and basically homeschool myself about engineering. Lock myself in a room with a textbook for 3 weeks and just consume it. and just so much of this stuff, because I thought it was easy. I thought CNC machines were like this magical thing where I put a CAD file in, press a button, and it's done, and I have it. And
That's not how that works.
3 years later, I've just learned so much, and I jokingly say I would have never started, but
We've talked about it before, and that's what you said.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
and sometimes I feel like that, but I mean, honestly, you know, the friends you meet along the way, and just all the experience, and I've lived a lot of life this last 3 years because of that project, and so I don't think I would change a thing. That's the more inspiring answer.
yeah, it wasn't the answer I was thinking was going to come out. But
What was the answer
good.
I candidly gave you?
For the last question of the interview, are there any projects going on behind the scenes that nobody knows about that you'll be willing to announce on the Josh Wilder channel?
Absolutely. So we have a lot of projects going on behind the scenes, but the one that I'm most excited about is called the